Okay, so we have Sun, but Sun doesn't have the usual suspects. This instead has Lilligant. It has Lilligant Torkoal, which is common, but Raging Bolt instead with Fire Ogerpon, Farigiraf, and Roaring Moon. Yeah, thank you. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I definitely felt like the last match was solid, but definitely room for improvement there too. It was really cool, yeah. I might have to explore King Gambit again, because I actually used it in Series 1 a lot, but definitely has a place here too. Probably would be a good replacement over Dusclops, right? So, like, hey, I got some dark coverage, I can also, you know, I can soak up Intimidates and things like that. This is definitely a fun one, yeah. Alright, so let's think about this. They would probably want to... I could probably lead Incineroar with Primarina, I want to say. Rillaboom Free's weak. Ursaluna might work. And then Farigiraf? I'm not sure if I feel as confident too. I think Dusclops, I could have made an argument for it, but I think with Primarina and Incineroar, I do have like some protection against like the after you or sleep powder stuff. Okay, so it's Farigiraf and Ogerpon. This is interesting because yeah, I do get the attack drop on both, but Ogerpon threatens with super effective on both Incineroar and Primarina, right? So that's not great. I don't mind Parting Shot into Ogerpon. I'd imagine Ogerpon would do something like follow me into Trick Room. So I don't mind Parting Shotting, honestly. So I'll do that. If I get knocked out, so be it. And then I will Hyper Voice both. Okay, Spiky Shield is set up. I'm not too worried about that. That means that the following turn, I now kind of threaten you with some big damage as well. So looks like Primarina is not going to attack. I get the Hyper Voice off. And I'll miss Parting Shot. But what is Farigiraf going for exactly? Oh, it goes for its own Hyper Voice. Decent damage. You have your own Throat Spray. Okay. Knowing that Farigiraf is slower is actually kind of helpful. I think with that, I don't mind Parting Shotting into Farigiraf this time around. Oh, you know what? I kind of want to Lariat into you and Hyper Voice. Okay, so you go for Power Whip. Unfortunately, I will be get knocked out there. Protect would have been helpful, yeah. And this is single target too, so that's going to hit a little bit harder. Okay. I do outspeed their Farigiraf, which is helpful to note. So, I think what I can do here is I can Parting Shot into their Farigiraf, and I'll set up Trick Room myself. Alright, so I had to deal with Cudgel. Sure. Incineroar faints. And this actually is going to hurt a little bit, yeah. Ooh, that took a lot of damage off of me. We do set up Trick Room, which is helpful, and it does make it a little bit easier for Blood Moon to do its thing. So I got 4 turns to make something happen here. So we're going to definitely Hyper Voice, and I'm going to Dazzle as well. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to target Psychic into Ogerpon. Perfect. I didn't mind. I was planning on doing that anyways. That's a helpful crit for sure. Oof. You know how many Pokemon I have to KO? And they probably even still have, yeah, we're not gonna get the KO here. Yeah, and they probably still even have Torkoal in the back, right? You're just gonna Power Whip? Yeah. I think protecting Primarina and then using Parting Shot was the move. That would have cycled back Incineroar for another round of Intimidate to make it easier to deal with Ogerpon. And that was on me for getting a little bit too aggressive there. Protecting, then using Parting Shot, then... Because the Hyper Voice did a good amount of damage. Then I could have switched up Primarina for Incineroar again. Probably set up Trick Room, Parting Shot one more time, use Hyper Voice, and then Blood Moon would have had a much better place there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and